So for this tutorial, we're going to learn how to manipulate audio in Final Cut and apply different effects to it. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to go to File, Import, and we're going to import just a random selection of audio for demonstration purposes. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this imported file, we're going to drag it down to our audio timeline down here. And you have to render it first so it's compatible. So you're going to go up to Sequence and then Render. So once it's done, what you're going to do is the easiest way to manipulate audio is just to simply go to the Effects panel, which is in your browser, and you go down to Audio Transitions. And under Audio Transitions, there's Crossfade, 0 decibels, and Crossfade 3+ decibels. And either one of these will work for this purpose, but we're just going to select one and drag it onto the clip. So let's say I want my audio to fade in. So I'm just going to click the effect and drag it down on to the timeline. And what this is going to do is it's just going to slowly fade your audio in for your video. And what we want to do is seek more control for this aspect. So this really doesn't give me a lot of control. It kind of gives me a general fade in. And for my purposes, let's just say I want a more personalized effect on audio. So to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to double click on the audio selection. Well, actually first I'm going to delete this. So we have just the raw audio. So I'm going to double click and it appears in your viewer in the center tab. And this just shows you the audio as it's displayed in this timeline. Now there's a timeline in here where you can click and drag the slider, and there's a timeline below. They're both representative of the same thing, they're just independent of each other. So you can move this one, and down here it's really not affecting anything. So first we're going to apply keyframes. And this will basically specify the area that we want to manipulate in the audio. So you click this little audio keyframe button, it's a little triangle in the toolbar, one here. So I'm going to apply a keyframe here, and I want it to fade out. So I'm going to drag it to the specified timeline with this little painting bar and click keyframe again. Now this gives you a set of options where you can manipulate the different aspects of your audio, such as level and pan. Level is basically your audio, and pan is the duration of the fade or increase in volume. So you can either manipulate them manually by clicking and dragging, or if you want a more controlled change, then you can use the sliders up at the top of the panel called level and pan. Level changes the audio, and you see as I drag it down, it decreases the volume over time. And pan just increases the duration of this. The levels basically, again, is your volume. So if I was applying this at the beginning, I would drag it the other way so the volume increases over time. So let's say next I wanted to duplicate the section of audio that I have imported into Final Cut. To do this, you just simply Alt-click or Option-click onto the audio you have in the timeline, and you see that a little plus symbol appears near your cursor. This allows you to just click the audio and simply drag it, and it will duplicate the audio you have. So now you have two sections of audio here. To cut audio, you just simply click and drag in the certain aspects that you don't want. So let's just say I don't want the beginning of this audio. So all I have to do is just click the section I don't want and slide the duration time over, and you see in your little dialog box there that it shows you just how much you're eliminating or adding to a clip. So I'm just going to slide this here and let go, and you see that it removes that part of audio that I didn't want. So this is just the basics of audio and the different things that you can do to it to make your video have a more professional and refined feel to it. Thanks for listening.